Claude AI was able to help me craft a technical astrology and rectification manual. Shout out Claude Anthropic AI. Please subscribe, like, comment, share if you dare and care with peace and love. Piscean here to teach you free astrology. This video, we're going to advance from Hellenistic primary directions to modern dynamic topocentric precision. Essentially, this manual presents a unified framework for high-precision astrological forecasting and birth time rectification, integrating ancient Hellenistic time war systems, whether it's perfection, zodiacal releasing, with modern spherical trigonometry, primary directions, dynamic topocentric transits. We eliminate temporal ambiguity and establish verifiable predictive exactness. Here is the theoretical foundation. Spherical trigonometry and astrometrics. So, ancient astrology relied on symbolic timing keys, whether, for example, 1 degree equals 1 year. Modern peak exactness converts celestial longitude and latitude into equatorial coordinates, right ascension, declination, to measure precise oblique ascension under the pole of the directed significator. By applying true oblique ascension formulas, planetary encounters along the primary motion of the prime meridian yield precise event triggers accurate to within adding, subtracting 3 days per tropical year. So here's the integrated multi-tier forecasting architecture. While robust astrological forecasting requires a multi-tier hierarchy to avoid false positives, higher order time lords activate Latin natal promises while lower order transits actuate physical events. Okay? So for example, we have tier 1, which is our root. Primary directions, primary motion, 1 degrees arc equals 1 year, and establishes macro life epochs and major physical crisis pivots. In Tier 2, we see universal zodiacal releasing valence L2, L3, decades, months, determines peak periods of reputation, fortune, and career momentum. While Tier 3 annuals, perfections and solar return, 1 year annual, identifies annual lord of the year and activated natal houses, and its Tier 4 is the actuator, topocentric transits, and ingresses days, hours. It acts as the precise temporal trigger for event realization. So, now we look at the rectification methodology and mathematical appendix. Birth time rectification is the process of reversing time lore mechanics for the documented high-impact life events that determine the true ascendant, as well as the midheaven, down to seconds of arc. Any motor of Ptolemy and Kundig method integration. The Kundig rectification method, it leverages primary direction arcs of the midheaven MC to hard angles, whether it's 0 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees, 120 degrees, or 180 degrees, of significant life events, whether it's marriages, relocations, deaths, or career peaks. So here, for example, is a rectification calibration matrix sample case study. We look at the life event description, we look at that event date, we look at the target promisor, as well as the aspect, calculated arc, and adjusted time of birth offset. So for example, we look at the major international relocation, with Jupiter ruler in the 9th house, trine of 120 degrees. And then we look at the executive career promotion. The midheaven and the sun, conjunction 0 degrees. And acute medical operation. The Mars being the ruler of the 6th house, squaring 90 degrees. And marriage, legal partnership. Venus, ruler of the 7th house, sextiling 60 degrees. And there we go. So our rectification execution algorithm, we have 5 steps. And it says here, obtain recorded birth time and compile a minimum of 5 major life events with exact dates. Calculate provisional midheaven, RAMC, and ascendant angles. Calculate primary direction arcs, Nabald key 0 degrees 5908 per year for each event. Solve system of linear equations for arc error. And confirm ascendant degree boundaries using zodiacal releasing L4 peak period aligns. And by synthesizing Hellenistic time war sequences with topocentric primary direction arc calculations, astrological forecasting transcends more speculative interpretation. This rigorous methodology converts symbolic planetary geometry into a clockwork predictive science capable of exact verification. Alright, so that's advanced astrology forecasting. Now I actually want to get into something a little different.